Mr. Edward Bennett Williams, president of the Washington Redskins football team.
Tragedy struck the Washington Redskins in 1970, right on the eve of our season opener. Death took Vince Lombardi away from us, and we went through a thoroughly disappointing and very frustrating season. At the end of it, I admit that I was in the depths of despair. We had gone through another losing season. And for a fleeting moment, I thought of giving it up, but I couldn't. I couldn't quit as a loser. I had to turn once again and try to go out and get Washington a winner. There was only one place to go in my mind, and that was west for George Allen.
Let's do this. Let's have 3 cheers for the Redskins. Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip!
Rookies are on the 3rd or 4th floor. Most of you on the 3rd floor.
Man, just talking off the top of my head, today starts a new era as far as the Washington Redskins are concerned. I believe we have the best coaching staff in the league, and man, I think we're going to have a great season. And are we going to surprise some people?
George Allen has been surprising people ever since he first became a coach in the National Football League. In 1963, as assistant coach in Chicago, he built the mighty Bear defense that carried a mediocre offense to the World's Championship and was the only assistant coach ever to be awarded the championship game ball. In 1966, he was hired as head coach of the Los Angeles Rams and inherited a team that had suffered through 7 straight losing seasons and built it into a contender that won more games than any other team in the NFC during his tenure. But now in Washington, Allen finds an even longer tradition of failure. The Redskins have managed only 1 winning season in 15 years.
Come on, hey, defense, come on back in the huddle. Is that the way you break the huddle? You're going to be a great defense and you break the huddle that way? Holy crap. All right. Be alert, take your stance.
Come on, Dan, that's what we can't have.
Hey, man, what's that last play an example of? What's the last play a good example of? Everybody not doing his job.
Correcting and teaching, Allen immediately begins to recast the shattered pieces of a broken team.
Now, here's one thing right here. Over the years, I found out, on a straight, if Y doesn't put that ball away right away, we go for fumble, see? Pat, you've never had any problem fumbling, have you? No, that's one of the things I really can't stand in the back, you know.
I don't think I fumbled twice.
That's great. But I'd like to see you put that ball away. I want to just come with me. I want to keep him at arm's length and ride him along, see? We want to turn him in, see? We don't want to let him sweep us. A good team will never be swept. So all it is for you is this type of thing, see? Like that, but get upfield a little bit, see? Come on, Big D. Come on, Big D. Come on, let's go. Come on, we don't walk, we run. We don't walk.
Let's go, let's go.
Man, listen, we don't walk from one practice to another. We jog. Let's go, all right?
Here. Arch the back. Arch the back. Here. All right, here. Left shoulder. Here. Hit it, John. Hit it, John. Hit it, John. Hit it, Mike. All right, down.
So
Run through him, Mike.
10, 9.
Man, you know, one of the things that we'd appreciate is that you fall in place without having to say, do this, do that, you see? And that we only got 5 minutes. We can spend 3 minutes of it talking, wasting time.
Each minute of practice is planned and charted, recorded on film and on tape.
392.
29 FB Grace.
Mambo, sir, book.
Every room, every player, every piece of equipment is labeled and organized.
Fantastic. Real organizations.
Even the trees surrounding the practice field are identified and marked.
Another nice day. Good weather. Redskin weather. Just a very average practice. Nothing exceptional. And
Impatient with the accepted theory of rebuilding a losing team by drafting and training younger players, Allen tells the press the future is now and trades away his younger players and future draft choices for older, proven veterans.
hey, Dutch. I called you yesterday, but I guess we missed connections. I tell you, the guy that I would like to have from the Rams, I don't know whether they'd trade him, would be Larry Smith.
George has a heavy accent on veterans. He thinks that it takes several years before a rookie can help a team. And so he's always perfectly willing to trade away his draft picks to get a veteran player. There's a story told about George. He was born on April 29, 1922, out in Chicago. And on April 29, 1926, when he was celebrating his 4th birthday, his father gave him a puppy, 6 weeks old puppy. George made his first deal. He promptly traded the puppy for 2 12-year-old cats.
I would imagine that they might trade him more than Larry because of age.
The dazzling series of trades brings a host of new players to Washington. From the Rams, Allen's old team, come Jack Pardee, age 35, Tommy Mason, 32, Myron Patios, 32, Maxie Bowen, 32, Boyd Dowler, 34, Richie Pettibone, 34, Darren Talbert, John Wilbur, and Jeff Jordan. From the Jets come Verlin Biggs and Jimmy Jones. From the Chargers, Speedy Duncan. And from the Colts, Roy Jefferson. From the Bills, Ron McDowell, 32. And from the Saints, Bill Kilmer, 32.
If we get all the guys, the new guys, there's only about 3 Redskins left.
Solid old pros, bringing with them the confident spirit of men who sense victory ahead.
Leslie Duncan. Defensive back, Jackson State, 1964. 1, 2, 3, 4. I never met a girl who makes me feel the way that you do. You're all right. Whenever I'm asked who makes my dreams real, I say you do. You're out of sight. Woo. I say feed, fire, four, farm. Look out, baby.
Mike Fanucci is a rookie defensive lineman, 21 years old. In order for him to make the Redskins, he must beat out one of Allen's hand-picked old pros.
Well, it's really funny. You go out there and you see guys like, Maxie Bowen and Tommy Mason. It just, so when I was a kid, I can remember those names, and here they are out there. We're playing with them right now,
Head up, Mike. Get your head up. Fanucci, don't worry about your coverage. Just take off.
Square up, Mike. Square up, Mike.
Oh, he's going to get hooked. He's going to get hooked.
Move now. Move.
There's about 60 guys out there, and they got to keep 47, and from day to day, you just don't know what's going to happen.
I think maybe we'll cut one or two guys this week. So we're going to have an all-veteran team. There would be no rookies play regular for us, and that's the way it should be. There's a guy. He's not too old. What is he? 34? One of the youngest guys in the team.
We had a big scrimmage on Saturday. It was our first big cut. And, well, a lot of guys, you know, a lot of the rookies especially, just everybody was just real nervous and stuff. I was really worried, too.
Mike, just wanted to let you know, we had to put you on waivers today to get down to 60. But you'll be staying here instead of going to San Diego with us.
I'm not going?
No, you won't be going to San Diego. And then as soon as we get back from the coastway, we'll get you squared away.
Okay.
Okay, Mike.
To the Redskins, the future is now, and the certainty of experience is more important than the potential of youth. The day before the first exhibition game, Mike Fanucci is cut from the team. The preseason schedule begins in San Diego. Victory is always the objective, but just as important tonight will be Allen's opportunity to study the poise and temperament of his new team.
Have a lot of fun tonight. Have a lot of fun. Don't worry about a mistake, Pat. Just have a lot of fun. Hit people, knock them down. Guys in the ropes. Take it in. Take it in. We got them on the ropes.
What do you think about 25? Right fire, red right 25.
Red fire, red right 25. Yeah, Mike.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Take it in here. We got them. Let's go.
Single.
All right.
Okay. Strong linebackers really coming hard on Jerry on the
We got to give Speedy one of these game balls. You know, his hometown. Boy, he almost broke that.
The Redskins take an early lead, but one mistake turns the contest into the kind of a game which George Allen does not approve.
You see how one mistake, see, one break in a kicking game, they end up now with 9 points, you see. I've never had that happen. First time in all the years coaching. Boy, oh boy, did we blow this one. We could have won this ball game very easily tonight. We just didn't play well enough. We beat ourselves. We don't have any excuses or alibis, and we lose as a team. There's a lot of things we got to work on. But damn it, we could have won that ball game so easy tonight.
The loss to the Chargers is a disappointment, but 3 weeks later, the Redskins suffer an even greater loss. Star quarterback Sonny Jurgensen dislocates his shoulder, and Washington seems destined for another losing season. But Allen uses the misfortune to draw the team closer together.
We have a lot of bumps and bruises, but we've built the team the same way. We got a guy like Billy Kilmer can come in and lead the team and help us, and that's what we want. So all of this can help make us stronger. Come on, let's get together, man. Come on, forget the last one and get the next one.
He calls for team unity and stresses spirit and pride, making his players believe in themselves and in the team.
Okay, you know, another thing, if guys will talk football off the field and on the bus and on the plane, rather than just making a lot of nonsense and telling dirty jokes and things like that, but you'll find out that a group of winners will do that.
That's true.
See,
Yeah,
we all got something to prove.
That's important, too.
Damn it, and we keep selling that. That hell out there, we can beat anybody.
Every man whose spirit and body is not of the stoutest is winnowed out. ones who are left are the hard rock men. September 21st, opening day. The Washington Redskins begin the season in St. Louis with Bill Kilmer at quarterback and the Cardinals favored. St. Louis dominates the first half and takes a 10-7 lead. But the feeling of the game changes suddenly in the third quarter when Chris Hanberger scoops up a fumble and runs it in for a touchdown. 6 minutes later, Bill Kilmer clinches a victory for the Redskins with a touchdown toss to Jerry Smith.
Let's do this. Let's have 3 cheers for the Redskins. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. You know what you did? You beat them in their own backyard. You came from behind, and we showed we got some character. Next week, we get those goddamn Giants.
Yankee Stadium, Bill Kilmer stuns the Giants with 2 touchdown passes to Charlie Taylor in the first period. The 14-point lead enables the Redskins defense to gamble, and they launch an all-out assault on Van Tarkenton. Tarkenton is sacked 4 times, and in the 4th period, Jack Pardee intercepts one of his passes and returns it for a touchdown. The Redskins win 30-3. First place in the Capital Division is at stake in Dallas. The Redskins match their guts and desire against the Cowboys' speed and skill, and win 20-16. Although Washington plays 60 minutes of near-perfect football, the outcome is decided on 2 key plays. In the first quarter, Charlie Haraway charges through a gaping hole in the Dallas defense and gallops 57 yards for a touchdown. In the second quarter, Roy Jefferson grabs a quick pass from Kilmer, and the Redskins are racing toward a future that will never again be built in the image of the past.
3 cheers for the Redskins. Last night, the president had Etty and I over, and with Mr. Agnew and the Prime Minister of Australia and Kissinger, and this is the first time I've gone out in all the years during the week, so I didn't get home until midnight, which is not late, but it's kind of late for me, and that's why I'm probably a little tired. Well, all these politicians are interested in getting on the bandwagon and being seen, and Muskie's been coming to every game now. He hasn't gone in the past, and and they all want tickets, and the governor of Virginia brought in 8 last week, and the Kennedys are all coming, and Mike Mansfield is coming, and Kissinger, and what's the guy from South Dakota? I forgot his name.
The largest football crowd in the history of the nation's capital jams Kennedy Stadium to see the only undefeated team in pro football.
As you guys know, I look for a low-scoring game. They got a hell of a defense, you see, and the win might be a factor. But the win and special teams can be in our favor. See, we got better special teams, right? You see, so I want you to get everyone to feel that way. Damn, you guys been here and been through the losing years, and now we want to win.
60,000 people watched the Redskins and the Houston Oilers explode into a seesaw battle of defenses. Over this bruising struggle looms the figure of Kurt Knight, whose 5 field goals provide the winning margin and enable Washington to stretch its winning streak to 4 games. Another sellout crowd watches the Redskins shut out the Cardinals and become the first Washington team in 31 years to win its first 5 games. Victory is achieved in typical Redskin fashion, 60 minutes of total team effort. Each second sparked by the fighting joy that comes to every man when he knows he belongs to a winner.